Hey guys, Joe Madden here at Pick Dogs. This is Puckin Crazy for Monday, May 8th, 2022. I want to thank you guys for joining me here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. We are going to be talking NHL hockey, and I can't wait. You guys have got 4 incredible games on the board today. Gonna be a lot of really good games in these series tonight. Now, while everyone's just getting on the stream here, let's do a quick recap of what we did see yesterday. Now, we had Puckin Crazy yesterday. El Nino's popped in with me, and definitely we cleaned up on it. Now, I was totally wrong on the Carolina Hurricanes Boston Bruins game. I did expect the Carolina Hurricanes to come out strong yesterday. They weren't able to get it done. The Boston Bruins won that game 5-2, scoring 3 goals in that third period. The first and second periods, both teams held tight, 1-1 apiece in both of those, but Bruins too strong in the third for the Canes to shut down defensively. Now, in the second game last night, we saw the St. Louis Blues beat the Minnesota Wild 5-2 game. We did get the St. Louis Blues on that money line at -110, the over 6.5 in that one, and the first period over 1.5. Both these teams coming out so strong in that first period. Nice trend to look for in the next game for sure. The Toronto Maple Leafs a loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa just came out dominating in this one, 7-3 win here. Tampa came out in that first period, shutting out the Maple Leafs in the first period, 3-0 there, shutting them out again in the second period. We did see the Toronto Maple Leafs play harder and smarter in that third offensively, getting those 2 goals in the second, but weren't able to get it done. Now, the Edmonton Oilers and the LA Kings. This was an interesting game for sure. LA got the shutout win over the Edmonton Oilers. I was really happy to see it. But if you looked at Mike Smith, absolutely stood on his head. We had the goalie prop on him over 30.5 saved shots on goal. He absolutely did this. This LA Kings team just came out firing these shots. The Kings had 46 shots on goal. Mike Smith saved 42 of these, played an absolutely phenomenal game for the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton just was not able to get anything past Jonathan Quick. Absolutely outstanding. They weren't getting the shots either on him that they really needed to. I think they got around 30 shots on him last night, but below their average for sure. The Kings just played an absolutely phenomenal one. So I can't wait for the next game between these two. It's going to be absolutely Puckin Crazy. Let's look at today's schedule. I had invited Tony Brown on, but not sure if he's going to make it today. That Vegas lifestyle might be having him have a siesta right about now. So let's look at these games. We have the Florida Panthers taking on the Washington Capitals. Florida rolling in here -185, +165 for the Washington Capitals. This is going to be an interesting game. Washington Capitals got the win in the last game 6-1, holding this Florida Panthers team, who is absolutely outstanding, averaging 4.11 goals per game, 37.3 shots. Held them to 30 shots on goal in the last game. 1 goal. They won it 6-1. Capitals playing so strong defensively. Now, the Capitals come in here averaging 3.29 goals per game, 31.4 shots, but allowing that 2.95 and 29 shots. They're holding opponents too. They're playing absolutely phenomenal defensively. It's going to be a really interesting one here. I'm going to look at taking the Washington Capitals team total over 2.5. Now, it is juiced at -142. So it's not my favorite play on the board tonight, but I just look at this and I think the Washington Capitals are going to come out strong again. Bobrovsky is expected for the Florida Panthers. Now, strong goalie here, but he does allow that 2.67. And with the Florida Panthers coming in here, allowing 2.95 and 30.7 shots on goal, I think it's a great value, even at the higher juice, to take the Washington Capitals team total over. Now, we have a total for the game over 6.5. I don't know if I'm in love with this total for the full game, you guys. We saw what the Washington Capitals defense was able to do in that last game. Holding the Florida Panthers to only 1 goal and 30 shots on goal was absolutely outstanding. And you're right, Derek. They are playoff tested. This team is just coming out playing phenomenal hockey. So I'm going to stay off the total 6.5 because it all depends on how Washington Capitals defense shows up tonight. If this one goes over, if it stays under, because that's not easy to limit this Florida Panthers team. But I will look at the Capitals team total over that 2.5. I definitely think we see that coming in. If you really think Florida is in for a big bounce back, this series is led by the Capitals 2-1. Their team total is 3.5. Now you're paying a little bit lighter juice at -118. Not something I'm rushing to the window on, though. The New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins then face off tonight. Now, this is an interesting game. The line has been moving a little bit on this money line. It was -110 a piece this morning. Now we have the Rangers coming in here at -115, -105 for the Penguins, and a total of 6. In this one, I'm looking at taking the Rangers here on the money line at -115. I think they have a solid game. Penguins lead the series 2-1 here. But I do think with Shesterkin having such a terrible game in his last game, we look at the last game and the Penguins just came out firing. They got 35 shots on goal. 7 went in. Shesterkin was pulled, I believe, after 4 goals. He just had a terrible start to this game. He wasn't able to save anything. I think we're looking for him to come back as an even stronger bounce back than the rest of New York Rangers. I think he comes out phenomenal in this game. So I'm looking at him to get over 31.5 save shots on goal tonight as well. Now, this is -112 for that prop there, but I love it. And I love the New York Rangers here on the money line. Now, the Penguins come in here. They won game 1. 4-3 in overtime, where there was a goal by the Rangers that I really thought game 1 was the Rangers game. And then the Rangers answered back, winning game 2. Now that was a 5-2 win. And then we saw the Penguins the other night win game 3, 7-4. I'm looking for a lot out of the Rangers. I'd be looking at taking their team total over if you can get good value. I forgot to pull that up for you guys, what the value is on that. I'm just going to look it up while we talk here because I do see them answering back in this one with a lot of goals. This team is so strong offensively. Yeah, their team total, we can't play it. Well, I can't play it. It is too juiced. So their team total is 2.5. The over 2.5 is -168. So crazy. Yeah. Igor did. He allowed all those 4 goals in the one. He's done it before. We know that when Igor has off nights, it is not good. I don't see him having an off night tonight. I think he really does answer back. Yeah. This is what happens to these guys in playoffs. It's a different game than the regular season. So he does need to be more playoff tested for sure, but I do think he comes out solid in this one. So I'm going to take him over 31.5 save shots on goal. We look at the Pittsburgh Penguins. They are not going to let down. Offensively, they are averaging 34.7 shots on goal. So in their last game, that 35 was right on average. The New York Rangers allow that 30.8 shots on goal, allow 2.49. I really do think this is a perfect opportunity for us to take the goalie prop. We've ridden the last 3 goalie props we have ridden on the show have completely cashed. I feel really strong about this one tonight. I am going to bring in Tony Brown. He is in the green room, see which game he wants to talk, and then we will jump back into these games, go over the other ones that he did not touch on. So welcome Tony Brown to the show. Hey, Tony, how are you?
Joe Madden.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I see you still got your weekend hair going. Looks nice.
Well, thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. So
let's get into it.
Absolutely. Which game are you looking to talk tonight?
I'm going to talk just one game because I have the other 3 on the premium picks, and I'm going to be quick because it looks like I'm running out of battery here. So I'm going to get straight to it and not mess around. We are going to take Colorado.
Colorado, you've gone off. Okay, the Colorado Avalanche come in here at -239 on the money line. You're going to take them on the puck line?
Yes, I was
Straight
about
up
to say,
money line.
we don't mess around. I was gonna go left unsaid, but like just in case we got any new viewers, we don't play around with juice that high. We're going for them on the puck line. We talked about it. Would there be any sweeps? We thought all the teams would hang in there. Even the lowly Kings got a couple wins, but Nashville looks like they're gonna let us down. They just haven't showed me anything. All of these games have been blowouts. One of them was 2-3, but that was because of a late goal that was absolutely meaningless. They should have been 3 puck line victories. And these dudes have put up the over themselves in 2 of the games, putting up 7 goals in 2 of the 3 games. It's just, it's David versus Goliath, but we don't have the happy ending in this one. Like, it's the better team, bigger, faster, stronger. They're out shooting them, out hitting them. It's really no competition. Home ice advantage is the only advantage, and it won't be enough. Just go on and take them on the puck line. They're going to win. They're going to sweep the series in advance, and no need to lay that heavy juice.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have a nice break if they can get this win tonight and sweep the series for sure. Something they're probably eager to do going into the next round for sure. We have a total of 6.5 here, you guys. Like Tony said, we've seen the Abs put up so many goals. I have to ride the over in this one.
Even me, I hate over 6.5. That's crazy, but I'll buy it down to 6, and then 7 goals will win it. 6 goals will tie it. And like I said, they scored 7 goals alone, Colorado, just in 2 of the games. They hit the over alone. So any help from Nashville, and I think you'll get a little help because they're desperate. Even a desperate dog is going to put up a fight. They're going to, this is it. Not even a fake scenario or theoretical win or go home. They literally have to win and stay home because they're down 0-3. So I think we get the best effort out of them, but it won't be as good as Colorado's best.
Yeah, absolutely. And those desperate teams, they pull the goalies early. They come in firing. Definitely love these overs with a desperate team.
That's the number one thing I hate about hockey this year. Like, I get it. If you're down by 1, you pull the goalie to get the extra attacker, try to, make the come up. These dudes are pulling the goalie down by 2 and 3 goals already. It's like they're setting up, they're working with Vegas or something. And then you're only supposed to pull the goalie like with a minute and a half in desperation. They pulling the goalie with 4 and 5 minutes. Like, I don't know, this is that analytics that makes the baseball people shift all over and all that. Somebody's telling them to pull these goalies early, but I haven't even seen it work one time.
No, either have I. It's just screwing anyone that has the under. It's making everyone who has the over happy. And it's, it feels like a Vegas fix. Absolutely. It's very frustrating to see.
Super silly.
Absolutely. Tony, what do you got for sale over at Pick Dogs today?
Big night. We have 8 games. Like I said, I have the other 3 hockey games in the premium package. I have 3 MLB games, and I have both of the NBA playoff games. You can get individual games. You can get a 5-pack with only the playoffs from the NHL and NBA, or you can get a 3-pack in any sport, however you like it. We got all the plays, and we're over there banging up the book today.
Awesome. I love it, Tony. Well, all the best in all of your bets. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Definitely see you tomorrow, and thanks for having me, Joe.
Thanks, Tony. You guys, that was Tony Brown. He is going to ride with the Colorado Avalanche here on the puck line. They are leading this series 3-0. Predators are going to come out with frustration tonight. I love the over 6.5. I think you see a desperate Nashville Predators team out here. They're going to get some goals on Francois out here for the Colorado Avalanche, but Colorado has just completely dominated. They want to get the sweep here and finish off this series strong. So let's see what happens in that one. I want to thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, I don't know where he is going to land. I was actually really surprised to see that happen. Haven't really put any thought into it. Maybe we'll talk that tomorrow on Puckin Crazy. Stevie, thank you for jumping in here. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. Just jumping back to that first game. The New York Rangers Pittsburgh Penguin game that we were talking about. I did have one more prop bet in there. I'm liking Ryan Strome of the New York Rangers. We can get him over 2.5 shots on goal tonight at plus 125. I think those are going to come in. It's hit in 3 of his last 5. I'm also going to take him over 0.5 points, not goals, points tonight. That is hit in 5 of his last 5 games. I definitely think it's a strong way to take this. We're paying a little bit of juice at minus 125, but I do like it. let's move on to the last game. You guys, we got one more game to talk here. Then I will do a recap of all of these games. The Calgary Flames taking on the Dallas Stars. Now, this is at 9:30 Eastern, same time as the Colorado and Predators game here. This is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, the Calgary Flames are down in this series. Dallas Stars leading the series 2-1. Calgary comes in here at minus 160 favorites, plus 140 for the Dallas Stars. Total of 5.5. I have to ride with Calgary to get this tied up here to take this series 2-2. I really do think they are the deeper team, especially defensively. I'm looking for an incredible defensive night out of Calgary to get this win. You guys, I think we go under. We have a total of 5.5. I think we stay under this. We saw the last game. Both offenses really did step up. The puck movement was fluid. They were able to move up and down the ice beautifully, not like the last game. The last game, both teams, the Stars looked better than the Calgary Flames, but both teams were struggling to get that puck movement going. We rode in the last game the goalie props over for Markstrom and Ortinger. Both came in beautifully as those shots rained in on goal for both teams. Calgary had 41 shots on goal. Dallas had 32 shots on goal. Both goalies went over their props. I'm looking tonight for Calgary to come out strong, Calgary to get the win. I am cautioning you guys, though, against the puck line. When we see the Dallas Stars as an underdog following a win in their last 7 games, they have covered the puck line. There is no value for you to take the Dallas Stars plus 1.5 here. You're going to be paying a lot of juice. You're better off putting Calgary on the money line, but it's minus 160, guys. I can't go there with it. I'm looking at the strongest bet being the under 5.5. And you guys know I'm pucking crazy. I'm looking for Jacob Markstrom to get a shutout tonight. Now, you can get this from anywhere from plus 625 to plus 640. Shop your lines, get the best value. I got it at plus 625, but I just saw FanDuel has it at plus 640 for Markstrom to get the shutout. I do think he has absolutely phenomenal game, stands on his head. Now, in this one, when we're looking at the goalie props, Markstrom save shots on goal is 26.5. Ortinger is 28.5. And we look at what these two teams have been doing. Calgary has been averaging 3.55 goals per game, but we know not in the playoffs. These games have been lower scoring, tight games. Calgary does average that 35.5 shots on goal. What is happening in these games is these goalies are standing on their head. Calgary is averaging, they're allowing 2.51 and 29 shots on goal. And Dallas is coming in here averaging 2.84 goals per game, 30.3 shots on goal, 2.98 goals allowed, and 31 shots on goal. I think if anything, you can look at Jake Ortinger here to come and get over his saved 28.5. I do think he gets the saves tonight, but I do think it's because Calgary just has all those shots on goal. I think they come close to their average in this one of the 35.5. We did see in the last game, both of these offenses really do get those shots. I'm staying off Markstrom's saved shots on goal because I don't know how Calgary's defense is going to come out. I'm actually expecting their defense to come out so strong to limit these shots on goal. So I would be looking at the under 26.5. One thing I hate is playing goalie props under. It is the most stressful thing to do and watch the game. You are cringing every time someone goes to make a shot. So I absolutely can't bet that, but I am going to bet and sprinkle on Markstrom for that shutout. Already got it at plus 625, you guys. I think it's absolutely a great way to spend a little bit of money. And if you get the return, even if you put $10 on this, it's a beautiful return. But the under 5.5 is my best way to go with this. You guys, let's do a quick recap here. Yeah, Calgary absolutely needs this win. They cannot go down 3-1 in this series. That is just a death sentence for Calgary, and they absolutely know it. It's the only thing that scares me with this total is if goalies get pulled because Calgary is down. This one will go over, but I'm looking for Calgary to come out defense for them will win this game. Okay, guys, let's do a recap of all of these games tonight. I hope you enjoy them. They're going to be absolutely phenomenal playoff games. Now, I'm going to take the over between the Florida Panthers and the Washington Capitals over. Actually, no, that's not my favorite bet. Cautioned on the over because of the Washington Capitals defense. I like the Capitals team total over 2.5. We're paying a bit of juice there. This is my least favorite game of the night because I think the Washington Capitals defense really had the Florida Panthers number in the last game. So give me the over 2.5 for the Washington Capitals. I'm leaning on that over because I do know the Panthers offense is way better than what we saw. They should be averaging around 37 shots on goal. They only got 30, limited in the last one. So give me the Capitals team total over 2.5 and a lean on the over 6.5, but don't love it. The New York Rangers Pittsburgh Penguins game. I'm going to lean on the New York Rangers here on the money line. Shesterkin, their goalie, Igor, coming out to get over 31.5 save shots on goal at -112. Ryan Strome of the New York Rangers over 2.5 shots on goal at +125 and over 0.5 points tonight at -125. I think if you were total in this one, least favorite of them all, but I would be leaning on the over 6. The Colorado Avalanche and the Nashville Predators. Tony Brown is coming in here, taking the Colorado Avalanche to get the sweep in this series, winning this game on the puck line at -1.5. He is braver than me because I know this Predators team definitely is desperate tonight, and desperate teams can pull off something. I'm going to lean on the over 6.5 because either way, one of these teams is putting up a lot of goals and the other one will give us a couple. So give me the over 6.5. And then Calgary. The Calgary Flames versus the Dallas Stars. You guys have got to ride with the Calgary Flames here on the money line. I'm going to take Ortinga saved shots on goal over 28.5, the under 5.5 for the game, and give me Jacob Markstrom for the shutout win here at +625 to +640, depending where you get it. Thank you guys so much for joining me here. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Dave. That is a wonderful comment. And Jennifer, thank you. My hair has been behaving lately. And I'm sorry, Robert, you got in late, but hopefully I got all that recap information to you. I really appreciate you guys for joining me here on Puckin Crazy. You guys, all the best in all of your bets. Now, remember, if you're looking for my premium bets, they're over at pickdogs.com. We do have a coupon up right now for 15% off any handicappers bets. You can also put it all in a cart and put them together and get 15% off. One-time code only, May 15. So go check them out. The soccer show will be starting in the next 35 minutes with Chris and Goran. Then we have the drive-through later tonight. So you guys have a fantastic game. Keep smiling and you know the drill. Let's make some puck and money tonight. Bye, guys.